Your neighbor's garden measures 12 meters by 16 meters. He plans to install a pedestrian pathway all around it, increasing the total area to 285 square meters. The new area can be represented by 4w squared plus 56w plus 192. Use the quadratic formula to find the width w of the pathway. Write an equation that can be used to solve for the width of the pathway. Alright, so we know that it says the new area can be represented by 4w squared plus 56w plus 192, and then it told you what the new total what the new total area would be, and that would be 285. We can now take this and we can use the quadratic formula to solve for that w. If we do so, the very first thing that we would do is we would subtract 285 from both sides so that we can get rid of that constant and set it equal to 0. When we do that, we end up with 4w squared plus 56w. When we subtract 285 from 192, we end up with negative 93 is equal to 0. Now we're going to identify A, B, and C as negative 93. We can sub them in. Remember, the formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2 times a. So we're going to find the opposite of b. The opposite of b is negative 56 plus or minus the square root of b is 56, so 56 squared minus 4 times a, which is 4, times c, which is negative 93, and then we're going to divide that by 2 times a, which is 4. Alright, when we take square 56, and then we multiply negative 4 times negative 93, and we add those things up, what do we end up with? We should end up with negative 56 plus or minus the square root of 4,624 divided by 8. Alright, as we take a look here again, we're looking at taking the square root of 4,624. If we were to do that, would we need to solve the one with the negative? No, but before we can even answer that question, let's continue this on. Alright, because we can solve it for and make it a little more simple. Alright, so we can take this out. We can actually find the square root of 4,624. Guess what? It's 68. So we now have s is equal to negative 56 plus or minus 68 divided by 8. Alright, if we set this up, we would see that negative 56 plus 68 would give us a positive value, which is good. But negative 56 minus 68 is going to give us a big group of negatives. And we can never have a width measured in meters that's going to be a negative. So we only need to solve s equals negative 56 plus 68 divided by 8. When we do that, we end up with s is equal to 12 over 8, or we can say that's the same as 3 halves, or s is equal to 1 5/10. It represents 1 5/10 meters. So our final answer here again, W equals 1 5/10 meters.